Guys, my name's AD and I've put this quick video together to show you these boxes I've been buying for my vintage Star Wars figures. I collect vintage Star Wars figures and variants, and I spend a lot of time with them out of the cabinet, photographing them, cleaning them, just comparing them, doing whatever we do with Star Wars figures. So I wanted a way of storing them which kept them clean and safe. So I went out looking and I went into a Home Bargains, which is a local sort of discount shop, but I do believe they have them right around the country, so you should be able to find them in your area. And that's the label from the front, that's the barcode if it helps any. So they're A4 size box, and inside the box you get these removable little dividers. So they're all removable all the way along, apart from obviously these, and they're just the right size, two compartments to fit a Star Wars figure in, so perfect for what I wanted them for. The box itself, a nice sort of quality of plastic. It's not that really flimsy, brittle stuff. It's got a bit of give in it. Out of the, I think 10 I've bought now, I've not found one that's been damaged, which is good. So just let me put Bosk to one side there, very carefully. Sorry, Bosk. The clasps on it, good strong clasps. They really work well. The hinges, same, good tough hinges. Taking a bit of hammer, and then obviously you just pull out the dividers to leave room for the Star Wars figures. You can get 12 Star Wars figures or more if you're doing like Yoda, that sort of thing. And here I've put a box together with, obviously you've got Yoda in there. You can see the Gamorrean guard does fit in there, it's a bit chunky. Ugnaught needs 2 spaces, Yoda's 1, Jawas will be 1, some of the Ewoks 1, but most of them 2. So you're going to get 12 figures in comfortably. In the modern Star Wars there you've got Chewie's slightly big, he'll need 3. But again, modern Star Wars figures fit in quite nicely. As you can see, the Snowtrooper's quite wide, but he does still fit in there comfortably. And the other thing I found with them as well, which was a fluke really, I didn't expect it, but the back side of the boxes is so clear that in actual fact I think they'd make fantastic display cases. Totally a fluke, didn't even think of that when I bought them or when I first started using them, but when you look on the back, the plastic's really clear. Now it does have these lines, but fair enough. Most people I know, most people I talk to don't have anywhere to really display their stuff, and most of it is kept in a cupboard. And I just think this is a really nice way of storing them and keeping them in the cupboard, so when you take them out you can see them. Now if you was to, I would probably, if I'm going to keep them in here long term, I'd probably put them in a zipper bag and then put the zipper bag with the figure obviously back in. It would still be see-through enough to see your figures and look at them. So it's a great way of storing them. When you want to take them out and look at them, you can. And the other good thing as well is they're on a tab in the store, they're actually on a peg. Now that's one thing to look out for. The first lot I bought were on the shelf. The next time I went in, I walked past them about 5 times. They were actually hung up on a peg, so you need to look on the pegs. But as you can see, they've still got the tab, and you could easily hang them on a wall. Perfectly good as a storage. The clear stands I have in there, I buy off eBay, they're just the vintage stands. There's also that one there. A few years ago, same shop actually, they were selling these vintage style display stands, and they had like, it's a Tatooine scene, and they had all these stands. Now those stands do just fit in, so if you've got loads of those, they do just fit in there, but these obviously work better with the vintage. They're in the style of the vintage stands you used to get, so I just think it looks really good as a display. And as you can see, I've got quite a few figures in them now. They go together quite well on the wall as well, quite close together. The hinges and clasps sort of fit together quite snug. So yeah, so really all round a good product and not expensive. And when I say cheap, you hear it a lot. People say, oh, buy the acrylic cases, keep your Star Wars figures in great condition, you know, relatively cheap. Yes, relatively cheap, because you'll spend 20 quid on a Star Wars figure, and an acrylic case is, say, I don't know, 9 quid. So yeah, it is relatively cheap, but by the time you've finished, I've got 140 figures. What are you going to do? The good thing about these is, for storing 12 figures and displaying them if you'd like, these are £2.50 each. So £2.50 for displaying and obviously storing 12 Star Wars figures in a good, it's not airtight, but it's going to be dust tight. It's got a really good deep sort of rim around it. So you're not going to get a lot of ingress with dust or whatever. Put them in some zippy bags, put them in these. I don't see how you could go wrong. Will it turn the plastics? Will it affect the plastics? I don't know, but like I say, I don't really care. I'm past caring, because it don't matter what I do with it, someone tells me it's wrong. So, you know, if you're not careful, all the pleasure of collecting goes out of it, because you're just constantly worried about stuff. So basically, that's the video. Just thought I'd put it together. I thought there was a great find. Maybe someone's already put a video together. Maybe somebody else has already said this. I don't know. Don't want to tread on anybody's toes. It's just I found them at weekend and I just thought they were great. So there you go. So Home Bargains, £2.50. You can't go wrong. Cheers. Bye.